Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Since Ramadan 2021 has started, I thought it will be helpful to give some tips on how to study while fasting. It's definitely possible to study during Ramadan and achieve all your goals. Over the years, I have found ways to nail my exams, not to burn myself out, and make the best out of Ramadan. If you are not a Muslim and you want to know why we fast, then check the description box below and you'll find a link to a PDF leaflet. It is really easy for me to fast, and I'll give you a tip on how to do that. Set your intentions, change your mindset. It is so important. If you do not know why you're doing something, then of course it's going to be hard. You need to know the reward for it. Of course, it is mandatory, but you shouldn't just fast because you know it's mandatory. Put your phone away and spend more time with the Quran. Do some research on what the benefits are, seek some knowledge, and increase your Iman. And I'll guarantee you, you will find it so much easier to fast. This is going to be my fourth Ramadan, and before that, it was so hard for me to fast. I couldn't do it for longer than a week. I thought that I had some physical problems, but it was my mindset. So the year after I changed, it was so easy and it was mind blowing for me that I can fast. Everyone is saying that you should adjust your schedule, but I don't see any benefits in completely changing your routine. It's just a normal day like any other day, except for you're not eating. If it's hard for you to fast and you can't do much during the day, you can do your more intensive work after iftar and suhoor and wake up later and take naps during the day. You have to see what works best for you and then schedule everything around your prayer times. It depends on whether you're an evening or morning person, but even then, you don't really change anything because you study during those hours anyway. I don't feel any different than when I'm not fasting, so I don't adjust my schedule. Everything remains the same except that I wake up 20 minutes earlier before Fajr to eat. For me, it is quite hard to change my routine because I sleep early, I can't stay up late, and I don't want to sleep during the day. I love the daylight hours. So I wake up at around 4 a.m. for Suhoor. I don't like studying after Suhoor. That's the perfect time to do all my worship so I can achieve the most important goal for that day and it's out of the way. If I don't do it after Suhoor, I won't probably do it during the day or I'll get too busy and that will make me feel bad. This is also not an activity that I added to my routine. I stay awake after the Fajr prayer anyway for an hour or two doing nothing important, so now I'm exchanging that with worship and hopefully it will stay that way even after Ramadan. Then I go back to sleep at around 6 a.m. and I wake up at 8 a.m. Before I start studying, I do a 15-minute yoga exercise. It's not intense at all, I just stretch my body. It gives me so much more energy. I always do yoga in the mornings. If it's not Wednesday or Sunday, those are the days that I have to clean. I go for a little walk to breathe some fresh air, especially now that we are in quarantine. I want to move my body, go outside, and clear my mind. Then the only thing that I have to do is study. I sit on my desk at around 10 a.m. I watch my online lectures and make notes. I study until 3 p.m. I then get up and do my prayer, then making some preparations for iftar, taking a break and pray again. After that, at around 6 p.m., I revise what I studied that day, going over my flashcards from yesterday, and then I'm done. For the remaining time, I take a break and help my mom in the kitchen. I don't enjoy studying after iftar, I just want to relax, pray, and go to bed as early as possible. Please eat suhoor. I know that some people don't do this, but it is really important if you want to study. Just a few dates and some water is better than nothing. I love eating hydrating fruits like watermelon, grapes, mangoes, oranges, also bananas because it is high in energy, and of course, dates. And if I'm still feeling hungry, I also eat some wholesome foods like oatmeal, cornflakes, or an egg. If you don't have that much time left to eat, just get up and drink a big glass of water to hydrate yourself and eat a few dates. You'll feel so much more energetic than when you don't do it. I remember one time I overslept and I didn't wake up for suhoor. That was the hardest day of my life. I was so thirsty, and after a few hours, I didn't have energy left anymore. That was so traumatizing, so I'll never be doing that again. Study in a way where you engage with your material, make flashcards. I make digital flashcards on Quizlet, or while watching a lecture, make your notes in a question and answer. Especially during Ramadan, I don't have that much patience with reading my textbooks or dry notes, so if a topic does not want to stick into my brain, I tend to quit. And it is a fun way of studying, so you should be doing this anyway. You can learn something so much quicker and without really getting tired or forgetting anything on an exam. Nothing makes me more stressed than when I can't remember something I studied and I know that I know it, but at that moment I just can't remember. So, this method won't let that happen. You can recall everything you studied so much easier, and reading textbooks or revising notes is also really boring, so why would you choose that? If you feel really tired and sleepy, give yourself a 20-minute power nap. Put an alarm, don't sleep more than that because it will make you really unproductive. At least that's how I am. I can't do anything after a nap. The only thing I can is wait for iftar, so that's why I don't want to sleep in the middle of the day. I wait until before iftar, I take a nap and then wake up and eat. Don't overwork, give yourself some rest. Don't stay awake all night and day. You need a good sleep of minimum 7 hours. I have to sleep 8 to 9 hours, otherwise, I feel like a zombie. If you don't get enough sleep, it's more difficult to concentrate or learn new things. Your brain processes the information that you've learned while you're asleep. So, sleeping is really important and it's not a waste of your time. I rather sleep than stay awake all night to revise for an exam. Even though my schedule is very reasonable, I still take some days off and don't do any studying. I choose what I want to do that day, and during Ramadan, that means a little bit more worship. I know that a lot of you have exams during Ramadan, so you don't have time for taking days off, but my exams this year are after Ramadan. And also, don't do more worship than you are able to. The best act of worship are those that are done continuously, even if it is small, so try to make those acts of worship habits. Turn off your phone. Don't go on your phone when you rest, but also when you study. It takes away your energy and time without realizing it. It can be hard to not eat a lot, but try to eat a little slower, take a few sips of water, and leave some room for breathing. Trust me, the next morning you will feel way better and healthier and more productive. Also, try not to eat too much fried foods, don't drink sodas and caffeine. So, those were my tips, and I hope it will be helpful. Ramadan can make you actually very productive. You just have to make a good planning and stick to it. Sometimes I even fast outside of Ramadan just to get things done, but you're trusting God and everything will be alright. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a productive and healthy Ramadan this year, and I'll see you in my next video. Assalamu alaikum.